Hello, Alexander. I'm really sorry. I clicked on the wrong button, and that's why I left the class.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, but we are going to, I'm sorry, but we are going to continue with the class right now. And I will look for some, for a video using will and going to. And going to examples. Let's see. Let me check. Well, I would like to hear this one from BBC English, Learning English. Maybe, no, this is, okay, let's try to watch this video, but let me share my sound also. This is Antonio Perlati.
Mhm.
Okay, give me a second. There you go.
Hello everyone! In this video, we're going to talk about the future. In particular, we're going to take a look at two future tenses, future simple, will, and going to. This is something that a lot of students can't really wrap their heads around because at first glance, they look like they could be used interchangeably. And while that's true in some cases, to some extent, there are some major differences that you should learn. Let's start with future simple or simple future, whichever one you prefer. That is will or won't, which is the contracted form of will not. We use will when we make a spontaneous decision, a decision that we make as we're speaking. So for example, let's pretend you're at a restaurant and you want to order something. You can say, "I'll have a salad, thank you. I just made this decision." So we use will. I will have a salad.
I'll have a lemonade, please.
We can use will when we make an offer, like, "I'll help you. I'm offering something to you. It's a very spontaneous thing to do." Or, "I'll drive you home. I'll give you a ride."
I'll help you.
We also use will when we make a promise, like, "I promise I won't tell anyone." Again, always keep in mind that it's a spontaneous thing. It's not premeditated. "Promise you'll call me when you get there."
I promise I'll find them.
Will can also be used when making a threat, when you're threatening someone. "Stop harassing me, I'll call the police." Or imagine two siblings fighting and one of them says, "I'll tell mom." That's still a threat, so I will tell mom.
I'll call the police.
Another use of will has to do with refusals. When you refuse to do something, when there's unwillingness to do something. So if you say, "He won't talk to me," that means he refuses to talk to me. In this case, will, or won't, because it's always used in its negative form, isn't even a future. It's something that is happening right now. He won't talk to me. He refuses to talk to me right now. I won't put up with this. That means I don't want to have anything to do with this situation. I can't stand it. So I refuse. I won't put up with this.
He just won't listen to me.
Oppositely, will can also be used to give orders, like, "You will do exactly as I say." "You will not disobey me." I see this as a way of being so authoritative that you cannot even contemplate the possibility of someone disobeying your orders. So you use a future tense. "You will not do this." Like, I'm sure of it.
"You will do as I say."
Will can also be used for proposals and invitations. Like the typical wedding proposal, "Will you marry me?" It's not, "Do you want to marry me?" It's, "Will you do it?" And also for invitations like, "Will you go to prom with me?"
Will you marry me?
Will you go to prom with me?
Now let's talk about predictions. When we make predictions about the future that...
Okay, just to check on something. As you can see, maybe well, I explained or I told you about will and want in a very simple way, talking about predictions and also decisions or quick decisions in this case. But as you can see, those decisions are based on, as this teacher said, spontaneous things. Okay,
Mhm.
for example, promises are spontaneous, threats are spontaneous. All those kind of decisions, refusals are spontaneous, are things you are not thinking that much on those things.
Yeah.
So at the end, when talking about will, you see all the things that happen in a very quick moment are going to be will or want. Now, let's continue with the predictions.
Okay.
That are based solely on our opinion, personal judgment, intuition, without any actual evidence, we use will. And usually, because they're personal opinions, they're introduced by I think, I don't think, I'm sure, I'm certain, I'm afraid. I don't think she'll get the job.
You don't think she'll mind? I don't think she'll mind.
I'm sure you'll find a better one. Do I have any actual evidence? No. Am I 100% sure? No. It's just my personal opinion. So do I use will? Yes.
I'm sure you'll find him.
Lastly, we use will when
As you see, when talking about predictions using will or want, it's mostly when we are giving an opinion about a prediction, okay? Or our prediction is an opinion of the future.
talking about things that are always true, sometimes even scientifically true, or at least accepted as a truth by the vast majority. Like, water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius. There's no doubt about it. It will boil. Or something like, a true gentleman will hold the door for a lady, and stuff like that. So that was the future simple, will. Now let's take a look at going to. We said that will is mostly used for spontaneous things, like a promise, an offer, a threat. Going to, on the other hand, is used for premeditated things, something that I've already thought about, something that I've already decided before even talking. I'm going to order sushi tonight. It's something that I was thinking about. I've decided I want sushi. I'm going to order it.
I'm gonna order like 6 desserts.
The key word when talking about going to is intention. There's always an intention behind it. I'm going to talk to my boss about getting a raise. It's my intention. I've given it some thought. I'm going to do it. So those are the main differences between will and going to. Remember to always ask yourself, is there an intention behind it, or is this a spontaneous decision? With that being said, it's true. Sometimes native speakers don't use going to and will correctly. I often hear them use going to when it should be will. It can happen sometimes, so keep that in mind and don't feel confused if you hear it too. Remember that official grammar and spoken language are two completely different things, and they don't always match. Also, it could happen.
Okay, that was a great comment about, well, it was actually what we were talking about, and it's that, well, rules exist, but not all people respect those rules, even in English, also in Spanish. As you can see, in Spanish, we speak, well, we all speak in our own way, and we sometimes don't respect rules, right? So that is something very common. But as he said, official rules and spoken English or spoken and spoken language is not always the same, or they don't match all the time. That's something that we have to, as he said, keep in mind. And well, at least you as an English learner, you can take into account, well, trying to practice and use grammar correctly. Even though, as he said, if you make a mistake, there isn't a problem, right? Unless you are on a job interview. But in case you're just practicing your English, well, try to use grammar correctly, but if you don't do it like that, so don't worry, okay? Remember, practice the way you practice your English, you will use these topics in a better way, okay? That's what all the time happens. Well, to finish with the class, I don't know if you have any question before we go to the next activity.
No, that's okay.
Okay, pretty good. So before we finish the class, let me show you our activity for today. Okay, what is the question, Alexander? Can you read it, please?
What are you going to do at Christmas?
Very good. So Christmas is around the corner. So imagine this weekend is going to be Christmas. It means that, well, today we are going to have a special activity about Christmas. Okay, actually, it is going to be our speaking activity. Well, tell us about your plans for next Christmas. Use going to, will, and time expressions for future. You will have around 1 minute and 30 to speak, and I will give you 3 minutes to get ready. Okay, in those 3 minutes, you will get ready, practice the activities you have planned to do, and then you will participate. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Do you have any question?
No, no question.
Okay, if there are no questions, right now, 3 minutes to get ready. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, time's up, Alexander. So tell me, are you ready to participate? Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
Great. Okay, tell me, what are you going to do at Christmas?
Okay. At Christmas, I'm going to visit my parents. With my parents, we will cook the dinner for Christmas. Um, have some beverage and spend a good time talking about things that happened during 2023. Also, I will visit my grandmother to give a little present, say Happy Christmas, and probably we will buy some fireballs.
Fireworks?
Yeah, fireworks. And enjoy the Christmas, maybe listening music and mm, just have a good time with the family.
Will you have a karaoke?
Uh, I don't have, but my uncles have one. And sometime when maybe we are in that kind of time, maybe we have some drink and start listening music. And sometimes they like to sing
Okay.
karaoke.
Are you going to dance?
No, not really.
You don't like
I don't.
dancing?
I don't like a lot, just in some special events.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing, Alexander, about some of your plans for a Christmas. Actually, well, as I said a minute ago, Christmas is around the corner. So imagine today is December 20, well, December 20th.
Mhm.
So we are like 4 or 5 days uh, before Christmas. So I hope you can enjoy this time. You can enjoy Christmas. Of course, you can make all those plans you have, and that you can also spend a good time with your family and friends. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And I guess I won't be in the class tomorrow. And so I hope you a Merry Christmas, and I guess you will enjoy this time with your family as well,
Okay, thank you,
or your
Alexander.
plans.
Merry Christmas for you too. Okay.
Yeah.
In case you are not coming to the class, well, I will record the class. So remember,
Okay.
when you are not over here, or when you don't come, I will always record the class. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So I hope we can continue practicing tomorrow. If it is not possible to do it tomorrow, well, I hope we can continue next year. Okay,
Yeah.
I will text you on the WhatsApp group when we will return classes. Okay, because tomorrow is our last class, and we will be back on January 8th. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
so thank you, Alexander, for joining this time. I hope we can continue practicing next class, and well, see you next time. Okay, bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.